Tonight, movement, magic, and music collide in an episode bursting creative power. This is Kelowna After Dark. In the spotlight, ballet dancing creative force behind the Okanagan Ballet Theatre, Tanya Vadurova. Hip-hop artist and lunatic lifestyle visionary, Kelson James. And bringing wonder to the stage, illusionist and magic mentor, Blackwell the Magician. Get ready, After Darkers, and now, here's your host, Silver LUXX.
Hey, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Kelowna After Dark, the best place to be once the sun goes down. I'm your host, Silver LUXX, and man, we have a whole new vibe going on tonight. Let's chat about that for a minute, shall we? This is our first official episode filmed right here at the Rogers TV studio in Kelowna, and it's giving moody, it's giving artsy, it's giving local glow up with just the right amount of edge. You might have noticed we've leveled up the visuals a little bit. The colors are bolder, the lights are moodier, and the brand new aerial shot that we took of downtown, it's so local. Oh yeah, it almost hurts. You'll know when you see it. And speaking of upgrades, we finally have our other half in the building. Give it up for my partner in crime, co-creator of Chaos, and now officially my full-time co-host. He's over here in the LUXX box, holding it down with the sound, the visuals, and the side commentary. Basically DJ, directing, tech wizard, and occasional voice of reason all wrapped in one. Let's give it up for Sterling LUXX.
Woo!
Yeah!
Why doesn't that work? Work that!
There we go. We are so pumped to be bringing you the full experience this season, new space, new energy, and the same late night love letter to Kelowna that you know and adore. Now listen, June is finally here, and you know what that means. Kelowna is in full bloom. The patios are popping, the tourists are circling like seagulls with credit cards, and the vibe is officially let's get weird, but keep it classy. The lake is calling, the scooters are zooming, and somewhere downtown, a local is sacrificing a small offering to the parking gods. Because it's tourist season now, and if you find a free parking spot, you absolutely tell no one.
That's right, tell no one.
Tell no one. But the real hidden gems, they're right here on this stage. So let's get into it. All right, After Darkers, get ready, because our first guest is a certified powerhouse in pointe shoes. Not only is she an internationally trained dancer and celebrated choreographer, but she's also the artistic director of the Okanagan Ballet Theatre right here in Kelowna. With decades of experience and a heart for mentorship, she's been elevating the ballet scene across the valley, creating space for both professional performers and passionate young artists to share and shine on stage. From dancing in Europe to founding the Mission Dance Center to now leading OBT's major productions, including the one we just got to film backstage just a few days ago, she is the driving force behind ballet's big return to the Okanagan stage. Please help me welcome the elegant and inspiring Tanya Vadurova. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Have a seat. Let's chat.
Let's.
How has your day been?
Fabulous.
That's great.
I get to come here and be with you.
I'm so happy that you got to join us. This is so exciting.
It is.
It was amazing to film the production that we got to see. I am so excited to show everybody that.
Oh yeah, it was really cool. It was fun to edit as well. It was good.
Good. I'm glad. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was an amazing performance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tough as nails,
Oh, I
but
bet.
a lot of fun in the end.
It was wonderful. It was so great. Are you good to let me dive in and ask you a whole bunch of fun questions?
Absolutely. Shoot.
All right, let's do this. So you've had such a rich dance journey, starting with the bursary to Canada's National Ballet School. Can you tell us what first drew you to the world of ballet?
Wow. What drew me to the world of ballet is that my mother took me to see the Nutcracker.
Oh, wow.
The National Ballets in Toronto, the National Ballets Nutcracker.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
And I saw a young girl, Clara. She's the heroine of the whole ballet. And I turned to my mom and I said, "How come I didn't know about this? Well, how did these kids get up here and how come I'm not there?"
That's awesome.
So that was it. I knew I wanted to be one of those dancer children up on that stage. And I was just sitting in my seat wondering how I didn't find out about it.
I love that. That is such a lovely memory that you've shared.
I was
you
a
for
little
that.
mad at my mom, actually. Poor thing.
That's awesome.
She had no idea what was coming. She thought I was going to be a gymnast.
Really, eh? I mean, it's not worlds apart, right?
Not worlds apart. It was actually very good to start with.
Awesome.
Gymnastics. Really made me sort of courageous with my body.
Yeah, I guess you've got to give it and go. I took gymnastics a little bit when I was younger, so you definitely have to go with your body, but nothing to the point of what you guys do in ballet, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, it feels like you're a decathlonist.
Oh, I can't even
doing
imagine.
ballet.
You guys are way cooler than I am. Absolutely. That's some skills.
We shall see.
You've danced professionally in Europe and then eventually founded the Mission Dance Center and Company. What inspired you to make that transition from performer to choreographer?
Well, I think that's a natural process when a dancer has danced either the years or the mileage or the experience that fulfills you as an individual artist that needs to express who they are and who they want to be on stage and all the many things. I mean, I think I could be a dancer forever and still not express everything I feel I have to say. But I think that when I was in a company in Europe, I could see a lot of things happening in the company that, I thought, I would do that differently. But of course, when you're in the director's chair, everything's always very different, right?
Absolutely.
I know that feeling.
Yes. But I feel that when I saw some things happening in a ballet company that I felt could be upped a little bit, and mainly for the dancers, for the quality of life of the dancers.
Oh, I bet.
And I just feel like ballet dancers in the world, certainly at that time, were kind of like the last in line in society, unless you have some letters behind your name and all of that. They weren't always, specifically, I was in Toronto for quite some time. That's where I grew up and lived most of my life. But, that was still not a thing that was respected to be a ballet dancer. That was like people would literally do this and go, oh, you're one of these. Oh, really? And is that what you do for, so that's what you do for fun. What's your real job?
How I can't even imagine that.
Rude. So rude.
Like the dedication and skill that goes into that is mind-blowing.
They have no idea that it is training hours and hours. Like, the best way I can say this to the most people who don't understand ballet or who just haven't had the pleasure or honor of actually being up close and personal to ballet training and to the life of ballet dancers is that of an Olympic athlete.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
It is truly, crazy hours, physical output, pain, psychological, mental, emotional, all of that. And then not to mention the families that have to be there to support that individual's dreams. And so it's a lot of, I want this, I'm not giving up on my dream, and it looks impossible, but I'm going to try anyway.
Oh, I love it. And your dancers adore you, by the way. They have just the most incredible things to say about you and the way that you interact with everyone. And yeah, they adore you. So I think you've definitely achieved giving them that different space that you wanted to.
Thank you. I really feel that dancers need to be honored, especially when they are going into this as a career. They are taking a lot of risks.
Oh, absolutely.
And nothing is really final or guaranteed. So they're really going on trust, a lot of heart, and a lot of having to believe in themselves. And yes, I really hope that that I can continue to create an environment that is not only inclusive, but just really compassionate and understanding and loving.
Yeah, I definitely get that vibe. Absolutely. Like everyone just adores working with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you'll see that. They said absolutely wonderful things about you.
Oh, wow.
What led to the creation of the Okanagan Ballet Theater then? And how does that differ from what you do with the Mission Dance Company?
Well, Okanagan Ballet Theater is a dream that I've had for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
If not longer.
That's exciting.
I've always wanted to have a dance company, a ballet company with professionally trained dancers, and specifically, I love to choreograph. And so, of course, when you have a finely tuned instrument, it's so much more fun to choreograph. The sky's the limit as to your creativity, because they're just capable of doing all that is in my head. But when I came to Kelowna, there were no real dancers to speak of at that level.
Gotcha.
They just were not here. And so I quickly realized that I have to I have to grow the dancers.
Gotcha.
So I opened Mission Dance Center, and it is a school, and it was always built with the foresight of they would be pre-professionally trained or professionally trained in the end. And we have recreation students from 3 years old and up, of course, and that's where it all begins. Absolutely, that's where it all begins. When they dance in their living room, that's when you know you got to pay attention, parents.
Absolutely, right?
But I knew that I would always be building a very serious and professional program, and I have done that for the last 20 years. And the dream of building a ballet company, specifically also not in a very large metropolitan city, just seemed really unattainable. So I waited a very long time, and I wondered if it would ever come true.
That must have been difficult.
Yes, but there are some dancers in the Okanagan Ballet Theatre, and one of them specifically, like a Wintemute, who came over from Montreal, and we were hosting and having as a guest Evelyn Hart, and she was actually helping us celebrate our 20th anniversary of the Mission Dance Company and Mission Dance Center students. And she was a big guest. Even I danced. I came out of retirement. It was a really big, beautiful
that sounds special
performance. It was very special. And she heard through the grapevine through one of our other dancers who went to the L'École Supérieure postgrad program. They met there, and she said, "Hey, Evelyn Hart is over here." And so she said, "Oh, I really, really want to be in that show." So she came over. I invited her, of course, right away. And Evelyn Hart was her idol since she was a little girl.
Oh, wow.
So when she came over, she said, "I've always wanted to start a company." And she's just a young thing in her early 20s. And I said, "Oh, that's really cool. I've always had the dream of starting a company as well." And we had a lot of late night chats. And she said, "Why would I start my own company if everything is here?" She loved, as you said, that the dancers I think they just have a really nice time at the studio. When you walk into our studio, one of the things that I really work hard at is that it is a nurturing environment to work in. So everyone is not worried about politics or what other people think or competition. They're literally there to support one another and to create the most beautiful art that we can create. And so the vibe was so good that she came in, she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I'm staying," after 3 days of training with us. And so moved her life here, and knowing that I had even the moral support of, another person from across the country, a young person that had the same dream, I thought, okay, well, once I have to kind of move aside one day, there will be the young people to take over this dream that we all share together. And of course, the more people that are on board to sharing a dream, then it's going to come true. So basically, I waited until now to not be completely alone in this endeavor.
Well, you know what? It sounds like everything worked out absolutely how it ought to have. And I so admire what you've created. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, and you've really cultivated a wonderful, loving, supportive community. So thank you for bringing that to our culture here. That's incredible.
Thank you. I mean, the world needs hope.
Yes.
The world needs love. And
absolutely.
Man, if I can contribute to that, that little doing our part and disseminating love and hope and inspiration, then I feel will have done my job here on earth.
I definitely think you are well on your way.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Giselle for a quick second. It is such a beloved classic with a deep emotional range in the story. What made you choose that for your big production this May?
Well, Giselle is a very iconic classical romantic ballet, which has been around for years. I'm not very good at history, but I believe it was in 1842 that it was first performed in Paris.
Yeah. That's
And
wild.
so it has this history. And even the dancers were saying, when I dance these steps, I feel a part of something much bigger than myself because it's already been done for so many years. And so Giselle is one of these ballets that not only do I love it because it's a story ballet, I just love story ballets. I always have. I think it's a beautiful thing if you can tell a story. There's always a little bit of a message and something to inspire other people with a story. But it is also one of the most difficult ballets to be performed. This is a known thing. Technically, artistically, sets, we've had sets for the first time. Everybody just came together to make it happen. And it seemed very unbelievable. And I didn't think that actually we could even do a full-length production, but the dancers actually really edged me on. They were also itching to do this full-length ballet. So it was a combination of many things. It's never just one thing.
No.
When you do something great and grand, it's usually either many years in the making, either that or it's just a miracle and a fluke.
Fair enough.
But most of the time, people have prepared for that for years.
Yeah, that is so special. I mean, what an incredible thing to have waited that long and to have wanted it and to have it come together. I mean, congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, I think we've set the stage beautifully. Should we take a look at what Sterling created?
I'm excited. I haven't seen this yet.
I haven't seen it either. I haven't seen pretty much anything, so I'm really excited to take a peek. Oh, that's mind blowing. I mean, to see that there and then to know what it was like in person, I was literally shook. I could not take my eyes off the stage when I watched that. It was incredible. You did an amazing job.
That's really cool. And I would actually love to know what did it do to you mentally, emotionally, physically?
I was
when you
right
saw
along with the ride. I got goosebumps. I was on the edge of my seat. My mom wouldn't even talk to me. She was glued. She was not moving. That was her first ballet that she's ever seen. And it was so wonderful to watch that with her and to just be brought along for the ride. I mean, the acting and the skill and the dancing, it came together incredibly. It was an amazing performance. Everyone kicked butt.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks for saying that.
Absolutely.
That is, that's pretty much what I live for.
Awesome.
For the audience to be so engaged that they forget everything in that moment about their own life, and hopefully take something that really hits them deeply and take that into their own life and hopefully be inspired by that. And I'm really glad that you mentioned the acting.
They did so well.
Because I think that's what makes story ballet so interesting for me. You know, we do have the intention of keeping those story ballets alive, just because the acting is such a large part. So although the athleticism is there, you could see the leaps, you know, the raw muscles that have to be formed and trained on those dancers in order for them to be able to soar like that and defy gravity.
They literally do. Like, they get some hang time in the air. I was stunned. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Throughout the entire show, I had like an 80 mil lens on, so I can like see their entire facial and the emotion that was coming through their faces. It made me feel like, because I was right there in a little screen, but like with a tight camera, I was like, damn, that is awesome. They're not just like happy all the time I'm dancing. It's like, I felt the sorrow of losing his love. That was nice. Brilliantly done.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so glad for that feedback. I mean, that's, again, goosebumps
right?
are great. That's when you know there's something subhuman
right?
happening. And that's when art happens.
I love it. And that's like what is worth living for, right? Like, I think that is just the beauty in life is to create and be creative and just express your authentic self. And yeah, they did amazing. You killed it. It was awesome.
Thank you so much. And you know, in our physical and very industrial world that we now live in, I think it's so important, and this is why I'm doing this, even though, you know, against all odds in a city like Kelowna, and, you know, we need so much support, financial and otherwise, to really get this going in a large way. But I just really hope that people understand that art is the soul of our city.
I agree.
And we cannot live without a soul.
No, absolutely, I agree.
Artists are that soul. So if we don't support art, we're going to be empty shells.
And we can't have that. That is not a way to live.
No. So, yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing this with us and allowing us to come to the show and to see it and be a part of that. Honestly, it meant the world to all of us. So thank you so much.
It was lovely to have you there. You are all an amazing group of people, and you get it.
I tried to.
It looks like you get it.
Awesome.
And I see that in your eyes, and I see that in all of your attitudes, and that's always lovely to work with.
Well, we cannot wait to work with you on your next production.
I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Let me shake your hand, pretty lady. It was so wonderful to hang out with you today. Okay, so after witnessing all of that grace and power on stage, I just had to take things a step further. Or should I say on point? So I slipped backstage and caught up with some of the incredible dancers from Giselle to chat about their experience, their training, and what it really takes to bring a story like this to life. And let me tell you, these artists, they are the real deal. Come with me behind the curtain for a magical moment with the dancers of Giselle. Hey there, Kelowna. It's your girl, LUXX here, and today we're putting away the glitter, but just for a second. We're slipping on the satin slippers because Urban Interviews is all about the kings and queens of grace, the ballet dancers of the Okanagan Ballet Theater. We're headed backstage where the pointe shoes are worn thin, the hair is high, and the stakes are even higher, and the artistry, mind-blowing. From early morning rehearsals to late night stage magic, these dancers put the work in. They bring the beauty, emotion, and whole lots of sweat to the Kelowna stages. Now you may have caught them haunting hearts in Giselle, ghostly brides and broken love, say less, I'm in. But today isn't just about the one ballet. We're talking all things dance, the backstage chaos, the beautiful breakdowns, and the triumph of toes that refuse to quit. Now let's go meet the powerhouse humans behind the pliés and the pirouettes. This is Urban Interviews. Let's twirl after darkers.
Liam Caines, Liamcaines, from St. John, New Brunswick, and we just did the role of Elbrick in Giselle.
That's wonderful. And how was the show?
It was great. It was good. Yeah, a little nervous, but that's just all part of the business.
Yeah, makes sense. That's awesome. And I heard the audience was great today too.
It's a very good audience. They're very receptive and showed a lot of appreciation for pretty much everything that was on stage, which is always nice to see.
The production of Giselle is emotionally rich for sure. What has been the most challenging and rewarding part of preparing for the show?
I think the most, well, besides getting in shape to do it, probably the most challenging when it comes to like the emotions and such is finding the balance and the difference between Act 1 and Act 2. I mean, Act 1 is up until the very end, it is a very joyous, very light-hearted nature, and then to sort of not only compare that or contrast that, but also find how to transition into much more somber and almost like guilt-driven second act. It's both the challenge, but also one of the things I love the most about performing is, trying to figure out how to tell those stories.
Yeah, because there's quite a bit of acting in this show specifically, right? That's awesome. Do you have a specific move that just makes your body yell at you? And how do you bribe your body to keep dancing?
Depends on the day. Depends which muscle or tendon is screaming the most. Currently, as one of my Achilles tendons is a little disappointing at how much I'm asking of it right now. So it's especially near the second act when there's a lot of just consistent jumping. It's going like, really, like. There's couches to sit on. Come on.
Fair enough. Eh?
My name is Annette Bakla, and I am playing Giselle in this
Ooh.
ballet, Giselle.
That is fabulous. Are you super excited?
Yes, yeah, we just finished our first show, so I'm excited for the next two as well.
That's wonderful. How did it go?
I think good. I hope well. It felt pretty good. Working with Liam Keynes has been just a dream. So I really enjoyed this performance with him. I actually had fun for a premiere. It's nice to not only have nerves and to also get to enjoy the process, because that's why we do it.
What's one move that makes you feel like a goddess when you nail it?
There is a move called a penche in Act 2, where I'm in the white dress, and it's in the middle of the stage. It's a really peaceful moment. You'll get to see it tonight. Hopefully I nail it tonight. It's an adage step, which means it's on one leg, and it's very slow, very controlled, and you essentially are going into a split on one leg.
Oh, wow.
And because I think the challenging part is also that I have to stay in character while doing that.
Fair enough.
Right? It's hard to come out of that unstable. So
that sounds so neat.
So when I do that, I got applause for it from our amazing audience today, and that was a very good feeling. I was like, okay, we did that well. So
awesome. I will make sure to clap really, really loud.
Only if it's good.
It will be good. No
you.
doubt. I bet you'll nail it.
Thank you.
My name is Olivia Latondres, and I am performing Giselle with the Okanagan Ballet Theatre.
Awesome. And you just had a show earlier today. How did that go?
Really well, yeah. Usually the first show is like getting the nerves out, but yeah, went really well. We're ready to do it again.
Awesome. And you guys had a guest performer come in, Liam. How was it working with someone who's not in your everyday?
Yeah, it can be tough, but Liam has been absolutely amazing, and it feels like he's been here way longer than 3 days. Like he fits in so well with us. So
that's awesome.
It's been really nice.
Right on, right on. And so this show in particular is really emotionally rich. Is there a particular thing that is super challenging and rewarding in this show?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can talk about the character that I play.
Absolutely.
So in this production, I play the role of Martha, who is the queen of the Willies.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so it's really an intense role, but it's also really rewarding. It's very powerful to play that role, and it's physically very challenging. It's really intense with stamina, character presence, and all of that. But it's really rewarding at the end to see that I'm able to do it, and
That's awesome. That's awesome.
My name is Anna Berg, and I'm dancing in Giselle with Okanagan Ballet Theatre.
That's wonderful. I know you just had a performance earlier. How did your show go?
It went quite well. It was the first show, so it's always it takes that first, first few steps on stage are kind of getting the nerves out. and I did fall at one point today.
Did you get back up though?
I did get back up, and the nerves were gone after that, because what else could happen, you know, after that. So not a bad first show. Yeah, not bad at all.
And what's it like to dance under Tanya with her choreography in the mix and everything?
Oh, it's really special, especially for me, because I grew up with Tanya. Actually, my first ballet class was here at the Rotary Center with Tanya when I was 9 years old. So it's definitely very, very special. Just to see how far everything's come and to continue to work with her as a professional dancer, it's like really, it's really easy to see like how my dreams have come true with her. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very special.
Oh, I got like goosebumps now. Give me all the feels.
Yeah.
All right, on. And what would you give like advice for anybody who wants to start doing dance?
Ballet is for everyone. Yeah, like it's such a great way to move your body, to connect with music, to connect with your self-expression, and there's so much more to it than I think people realize, and that's not something to be intimidated by. It's something to be really excited about.
Big love to the incredible souls down at Okanagan Ballet Theatre. You are elegance and strength wrapped in satin ribbon. We are so lucky to have you shaping this city's creative heartbeat. That's a wrap on Grace and Giggles. I'm off to butcher a plie and call it art. I'm Silver LUXX, and this was Urban Interviews. And now, back to the studio for your regularly scheduled Silver, where the chaos is organized and the glitter is emotional support. Now, back to me in the studio. All right, Kelowna, we're just getting started. Grab a snack, stretch your legs, or pour yourself a little something, because we've got a whole vibe waiting on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, first off, thank you for giving me a second of your time, so I'll get straight to it. I'm Sterling, CEO of Sterling Silver Luxury Media, and this is
Silver, CFO and executive producer of Kelowna After Dark. We're here to help businesses tell their story in a way that grabs attention, connects with people, and drives real results.
Here's the thing, 20% of businesses go out of business in their first year. By year 3, 40% of them are gone. By year 5, half of them are gone. Why? Because most businesses miss the mark on who their customers are. They're not connecting. They're not telling stories in the way that people truly care about.
That's where we come in. I'll ask you this. How many times a day do you stop scrolling to watch video? Now think about your customers. They're doing the same thing. Video just isn't important right now. It's everything. If your content isn't engaging, authentic, and built for where people's attention is, you're leaving money on the table. At SS Lux Media, we don't just create content, we create an experience. We craft stories that people want to consume. Because marketing isn't about shouting louder, it's about caring, about respecting people's time and giving them something they'll actually enjoy, and making them feel seen.
We're not just some kind of run-of-the-mill production company. We've worked with brands across food production, realty, life coaches, and TV production, creating videos that don't just look good, they perform. We've helped businesses grow their engagement, attract more customers, and build brand loyalty by focusing on what actually matters. Here's what we do best: storytelling that resonates. People don't buy products, they buy emotions, trust, and relatability. We craft stories that hit home. Content that works everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, websites, you name it. We know how to create content that stops people in their tracks. Details that matter. We obsess over everything: camera work, motion, depth of field, lighting, angles, copy, thumbnails, and even the time of day that we post. Every little detail is intentional, and that's
how we help you win. Here's the kicker. The platforms have changed. It's no longer about how big your following is. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're all interest-based. A good story will find its audience. The way you make better advertising? You listen. Spend time in the comments. Understand what your customers want to know. What can you do for them? How can you help? That's the secret. When you approach content this way and back it with strategic tweaks and a little budget boost, the return on investment always comes back.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you what you need. You already know your business better than anyone else. My job is to help you show off that business in a way that connects to your audience, whether it's your customers, employees, or even your investors. Come closer. This isn't about making just another video. This is about making something that your audience can't stop watching.
So let's do it. Let's tell your story, build your brand, and make something amazing together. When's a good time to chat? Whether it's over Zoom, email, or even DMs, we're ready to help you make moves.
Thanks for your time. Let's crush it.
Together. Imagine a city after dark, where the heartbeat of creativity thrives. Welcome to Kelowna, a place where stories are painted with vibrant hues and the people behind them are as colorful as the Okanagan sunset.
Our late night talk show unveils the untold stories of the artists, makers, and dreamers who define Kelowna's unmistakable vibe.
Meet the musicians who turn melodies into memories and the entrepreneurs who dare to dream big. These are the stories of resilience, inspiration, and creativity shared by the people who make Kelowna come alive. Our show brings their voices to life, creating a space where their stories are celebrated and their dreams take center stage.
Where every story, no matter how small, becomes a spotlight moment.
Join us as we bring the vibrant energy of Kelowna's creative scene right into your home.
We'll take you on a journey into their lives, their struggles, triumphs, and what sparks their creative passion. We dive deep into the human connections that resonate far beyond the city limits.
Together, we'll reveal the heart and soul of Kelowna's late night culture, one guest at a time. As local creatives ourselves, we recognize the importance of every artistic voice. Each story shared adds a vibrant note to the symphony that fuels our city's dynamic and artistic spirit.
This is more than a talk show. It's a celebration of community, creativity, and unique individuals who shape Kelowna's vibe. It's about the people behind the art, culture, and innovations, the ones who inspire us all.
Welcome to Kelowna After Dark, the best place to be once the sun goes down. Welcome back to Kelowna After Dark. Now, I hope you're all warmed up because things are about to get wild up in here. The next guest is about to bring some fire, some heat. I hope you're all ready to vibe because this is the energy you feel when passion meets purpose and creativity turns into a full-on movement. Our next guest is the heartbeat behind Lunatic Lifestyles, an unapologetically bold brand that's making waves here in Kelowna and beyond. From hosting electric events to producing visual magic, from designing streetwear to dropping conscious bars on a track, this man does not come to play. He's a rapper, a visionary, and a storyteller. He's putting Kelowna culture on the map in a whole new way. Please give a loud and wild Kelowna After Dark welcome to Kelson James. Hey Kelson, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
It's
you.
great to have
Thank
you
for
here.
having me.
Have a seat and we'll have a little chat.
Awesome.
How's your day going?
Great.
That's awesome. Are you ready to have me come all up in your business and ask you some questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Awesome, let's do this. Okay, so first up, you have 4 major pillars under Lunatic Lifestyle. So there's event, productions, visual, and apparel. Which one came first and how did the others grow from that?
They kind of all came together at the same time. Events really took off first because that's what we're all focused on. We're all musicians, the whole team. So,
Right.
and then it was the visuals came after because obviously with content being the king nowadays, you have to have visuals.
This is
And
true.
then productions, that's just a one-man army that I've worked with. A gentleman, his name's Dylan Heinrichs from Infinite Sounds for about 15 years now.
Oh, that's
and
pretty.
he's experienced in stage production, light production, everything. So he's been a great addition to the team. And then, yeah, the apparel is on its way. We haven't actually created anything yet. We have stuff in the making and we're just waiting on getting all the supplies to actually get the merchandise out there. So
That's exciting, eh?
yeah, it is. It's a
Right
lot of
on.
rapid growth that I wasn't expecting.
Oh, but isn't the most unexpected thing sometimes the most incredible?
Definitely is, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. So your events are known for being super creative and community focused. What kind of experience are you trying to create when people come to one of your events?
An immersive experience. We want the people to be involved with the artists and really walk away from an event feeling like they were a part of the show.
I definitely get that vibe from you for sure.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. So you've mentioned before that creativity can be therapy. Can you talk a little bit how art and music have played that role in your life?
Oh, it's every time my life has been in shambles or I've been in a dark place, there's always been music and art there that has pulled me out of it. So, and I've known a lot of artists throughout my life in different genres of art and different aspects of art, and it's the same thing for all of them.
Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, there's definitely like a main vein that we all kind of vibe to, eh?
Yeah, with battle rap, a lot of battle rappers say battle rap saved my life.
That's
And
awesome.
It's actually true for a lot of us, so
Well, how does that make you feel to be able to bring something like that that means so much to people?
absolutely amazing. Yeah, I absolutely love it.
The visuals that you put out from the edits to the photos, they're next level. So what is your approach when you create content that reflects your brand?
I just really try to capture like those little magic moments of people really enjoying themselves. You know, not really like planned or anything. It's just you pan the crowd and you see that one person that's really just giving it all in the moment. You know, those are what I really like to capture with the visuals. And just to be creative and not to limit yourself with anything. So
that's awesome. Sounds like full authenticity and just living in that space.
yes, authenticity is the key point of the brand. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. So there's something powerful about using hip hop to tell real stories. And what kind of themes or messages are you trying to get across with your music?
Big one is empowerment, self-empowerment, and sovereignty. That's a big key to my music personally. I believe there's a lot of forces out there in the world that are trying to take that away from us right now.
Hear, hear.
So I definitely like to try to help people stand in their power, be their true authentic self, express themselves fully without any fear. So that's what I try to put into my music.
Well, that's really special. I like that a lot because we do need people to encourage that and give us permission to do that. So thank you for doing so for so many of us.
You're welcome.
Do you find that your different creative worlds like music and visual and events, they ever blend in or do they have their own kind of vibe?
They kind of have their own vibe. We are working on a lot of events that are going to blend like hip hop with cabaret and burlesque dancing and stuff coming up. So we're
That's
working
gonna
on.
be the combo.
That's going to be neat.
Well, that's like going to a
Yeah.
fusion restaurant and go, I will take that, and have it in one dish.
Right?
Yeah, it'll
And then-
feed me.
Yeah. We're trying to bring in other artists as well from different genres into our hip hop show because hip hop is very diverse when it comes to music because we sample from every genre, right? So one of our guys on our team, DC Twitch, he's a great musician. He makes everything from country music to rap, like hardcore trap rap,
Really?
to pop, to like everything. He's
Oh, I love
very
it.
talented. Yeah.
That's
So
super
we're bringing
neat.
in a lot of different genres, a lot of different mix of artists, and it's been going really well so far. People are loving it.
That's cool. So what's it like to work with other people who have just this huge range of creativity along with you?
Very fun.
I bet.
Very fun. You never really know what to expect when you start mixing genres, especially with hip hop, because hip hop kind of has a reputation of being, you know, violent and stuff
Yeah, big
like that.
gunslinger.
A lot of the
A
mainstream
little bit on the
stuff,
streets.
right? So I like to work with a lot of hip hop artists that are more about like the art and the craft, the writing, you know.
So someone that writes from like the heart and soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. That's good. That's the type
Not
of music I
somebody
love.
who's trying to
Yeah, I'm not
present that
I'm
image.
not about the I want to hit the club, drink my face off, and go bang someone. But like,
Go
yeah,
bang
yeah,
at
that's right. I had to
someone.
censor
Yeah, right?
myself there. But legitimately, like, I love the music that speaks to the human side of the soul.
Yes, yeah, me too. And we get a lot of artists that have that. So, but we also do have that trap stuff and that dance stuff, and
Hey, it's
we
got
do
its
bring that
moment,
on there
right?
because it does have its place. And you know, at the end of the night, when everybody's had quite a few drinks and stuff like that, it's a good artist to bring on stage and really get the crowd amped up and going. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. Everything's got its time and place and its vibe.
exactly.
I dig
yeah.
it. For someone who wants to start something like this, a brand, a movement, like what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say make sure that you take action. Definitely, action is key. You can come up with 100 ideas, but if you never actually take action on any of them, they'll never come to fruition.
That's right.
And have faith that the universe has your back. That was a difficult one for me at first. And then when I just finally let go and settle into it, like, okay, you know, I'm not on my own with this journey. I got people supporting me and I can let the universe take care of things. It really just started to unfold naturally. So,
Well, that's awesome. Just gotta have a little faith and trust and ride the wave, huh?
yeah.
I like it. Looking ahead, what's the big vision for Lunatic Lifestyles? Are there any upcoming projects or collabs or dreams that you're manifesting into reality right now?
The biggest thing is to just build a brand that encompasses the lifestyle of entrepreneurs, artists, musicians, and just give them a safe haven where they can feel they can create whatever they want to create and be able to help support that. I'm personally working on a solo album right now.
Oh, that's exciting.
So it'll be my first solo album that I'll be releasing. And then I also have another concept EP that I'm working on with a producer from Prague. So I'm excited for those to release. And then those are all backed with visuals to tell the whole entire story from beginning to end. And it's a big project I'm undertaking.
Yeah, that would
on a
be.
personal level.
But that's got to be like something so exciting.
It is. It is, yeah. Because I was focused in battle rap for about 10 years, and that took up a lot of time.
I bet.
Because it takes up a lot of effort and energy to be able to master your verses and then go in the ring and compete basically like in a boxing match with words, right?
Oh, I can't even imagine the pressure to just be on like that.
Yeah, and
Skills.
I was taking battles like every 2 to 3 months.
Wow.
So it was get a battle, write for it, master it, perform it, get another battle, write for it, master it, perform it. I never had time for music or anything. So it was nice to step back from the battles and get back into music. And a friend of mine, Caveman Casanova, invited me for an open mic about a year ago.
Right on.
And I just got up there and did my thing, and there was a bunch of other musicians that were in there, and they really vibed to my stuff and told me I should get into music, so here I am.
Well, right on. Good for you. I cannot wait to hear the new stuff that you're going to put out. That's exciting.
Thank you.
And where can people find you, follow you, stay connected, and come and check out what you're doing?
You can find me on all platforms as King Kelson, so you can look me up on Facebook, Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and Spotify now. I got my first song released on Spotify. Finally,
high
called Break the
five.
Chains.
That is super rad. I'm going to definitely have to check that out.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. Anything behind that song that you want to share?
I wrote it quite a while ago, and I just figured I'd release it finally. It's really just about coming into the music scene and doing things differently, breaking the chains, not, being an independent artist instead of being attached to any kind of labels or anything, and just kind of a statement that I'm here to be me and not allow anybody to govern how that it comes out.
That's awesome. That takes courage, and I'm here for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, I am so excited to watch you do your do. Are you ready to vibe out with us?
I am, yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's get this going. We'll give you the stage.
All right, this is called Crowned in Purpose. It's spoken word by King Kelson. I stand where the shadows end, feet planted in soil soaked with the dreams of my ancestors, crown heavy, not from gold, but from the weight of stories I was born to unfold. This ain't rap, it's the echo of war drums calling kings home, Kelson. Named, etched in the marrow of mountains, voice forged in fires that burned illusions to bone. I ain't here to entertain. I'm here to reclaim every lost name, every broken chain, every seed they said would never rain. I spit for the hungry, the haunted, the unheard, carving a throne from each righteous word. These scars ain't shame, they sacred script. Proof I bled for this. Proof I live for this. They call it rap, I call it resurrection. I raise the fallen with every inflection. Alchemist with a mic, turning pain into weapons, verses that baptize, sharpen, and strengthen. I'm building an empire with bricks made of truth, land fed by the sweat of my youth, a kingdom where the seeds of the fallen bloom, and we dance under stars that remember our tune. I am King Kelson, voice of the forgotten, son of the soil, heir to the flame. Every line I spit is a line untamed. Every beat I ride is a battlefield claim. This is purpose in motion, legacy breathing, and I swear on my scars, I am not leaving. Lunatic.
Yes!
That was sick!
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dude, that
So
was
fire.
Thank you.
That was hot. I
Thank you.
liked it. That was good,
Appreciate it.
man. I felt the heart too.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. This has
Yeah,
been a
thank
true
you for
pleasure,
having
man.
me. It
This
was
has
a
been
pleasure.
great. I hope to chat with you soon again, my
Yes,
friend.
definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
That was an awesome performance.
Yeah, that was just hot.
Now, the
man.
words that he said just spoke to me. I tingled.
All right. He has been holding down the tech, the vibes, and the sound all show long. But now he's stepping into the spotlight to bring you a fresh edition of The Creative Edge. Sterling, take it away, babe.
All right, let's get into this. Let's learn something new to make you guys better creators and be able to build a better business out of what it is that you love. All right, guys, let's go over this. I want to teach you how to find something in your niche, explore it, give 2 cents on everything, and then the amount of attention that you will gain back to you is incredible. I have seen YouTube channels that have been around for years, and all they've ever done was comment. They find their favorite creators, they go into the comments, they look at the top comments, they actually leave a piece of good information. By good information, it's not just, hey, nice video, that looks cool, nothing shallow. That's what this strategy is about. You can't post anything shallow. You actually have to have something meaningful to what it is you're posting. You have to engage properly with the audience. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to find 10 hashtags. I want you to go in, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, don't care what it is, whatever it is that you're interested in, go find the hashtag about it. Then go look around and find the best ones you want. Next slide, please. So this is how small businesses, personal brands, any type of
personal marketing.
Yes, those words.
That's it.
Perfect. Anything that you want attention on, this is what I want you to do. Go find the hashtags and make sure you leave your 2 cents. Be consistent. It's all about consistency. I want you to do this 90 times a day, right? It sounds like a lot. It really is. But if you don't have anything else but a bit of time and 2 a.m. and you're like, I don't know what to do, and you're like in your underwear in bed, you can do this from your bed. Your grandparents couldn't do this before. So take advantage of it now. Do this for yourself. Next slide, please. All right, so 2 cents. Every comment is worth 2 cents, 90 times, $1.80 a day. So things like this, love this, especially lighting you used. Curious what lens you shot. I want you to have comments that bring back another comment to you, right? So bring value, give value, ask questions, be a good person on the internet. Don't be a troll. Let's just go with troll. Next slide, please. All right, dive into the top posts. Okay, these are the most important posts. Everyone's gonna see these things. The algorithms are built so that those posts that are most relevant are higher, which means the more relevant your comment is, the higher your post will absolutely be in their feed, in their comment section, in anything that you got, right? So relevancy is basically the key. Is it about piano playing? Well, you're gonna maybe ask, are those ivory keys, and did you shoot a rhino for it? Why this strategy actually works? Because it's genuine. That's really it. This works only because it is a genuine connection with thoughtful comments that get you a follow, client, or another community member. So much money will change hands from this. Just doing this conversation online. Twitter was amazing for that. Twitter was basically a water cooler on the internet. You can jump into conversations, you can jump out of conversations. Some platforms are like that, some platforms aren't. But basically, it's a melting pot of collaborations. And your 2 cents matters. And why it matters is because you are you and no one else is. And you are special because of it. That's it. That's really it. Everything's stolen. Everything's borrowed. Everything's been built upon. The only thing that really makes it authentic, new, and different is the touch of you. All right, ready to sharpen your edge? This is the actionable things that you need to do. Go find 10 hashtags of what it is that you're interested in. Find the top post. Leave lots and lots of meaningful comments and repeat it daily. Consistency, 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 consistency. It's all I can preach is consistency. Whether it's consistency of your comments, posting, interactions, whatever. As soon as you let your foot off the gas, you will immediately start slowing down. Someone else will take over for you, and you may as well not have even tried because you'll find results. You'll get really good results, but you have to be consistent about it. Is that it, though? Is that the last slide, dear?
More slides, love.
There's more.
There's more.
Aim to be valuable. Value, bring value. That's what this is about. No shallowness. Bring value, consistency all the time. Next slide, please. Thoughtful comments. Let's do it again. Always more thoughtful comments. Let's keep drilling this into your head. More thoughtful comments. All right, that's it. Creative edge over.
Boom. Your edge was just sharpened.
Sharpened.
High five. Get some. Get all of it. I'll leave with it. I'm gonna come over here with it.
All right, let's swap places now.
Abracadabra. Well, not quite yet. Can we take a second for that segment, please? I swear, every time Sterling drops one of those creative edge moments, I walk away with like 5 new ideas and a motivational tattoo in my heart. No joke, you guys.
Enough room for like, what, 3 more? You're pretty covered, man.
Yeah, we got a little bit of room left here. We can get some in there.
You got it.
Got a couple more. Can't help it.
Yeah, only a couple, though. You're pretty full.
Big ones. All right, keep your 2 cents ready, folks. We've still got so much more show to come. But first, we're sliding into a quick commercial break. Stick with us. We'll be back right after this.
Savor excellence. Kelowna isn't just a destination, it's an experience. A city built around innovation, artistry, and luxury.
A place where cultures blend, creativity thrives, and adventures everywhere.
Hey, I'm Silver.
And I'm Sterling, and together we're going to uncover the unique rhythm of Kelowna with Okanagan LUXX. Kelowna isn't your typical tourist spot. It's where luxury meets creativity, where innovation blends with natural beauty, where every experience feels curated just for you.
From world-class wineries and handcrafted goods from local markets, public vibrant art, and cultural experiences, Kelowna has something unique at every turn. Whether you're a visitor or a local rediscovering your own backyard.
But the true heartbeat of Kelowna? The people. The artists, chefs, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who create experiences you won't find anywhere else.
We're diving deep into the culture, the flavors, the creativity, and the innovation that makes Kelowna more than just a place. It's a way of life.
This is the Okanagan like you've never seen it before.
This is Okanagan LUXX.
Okanagan LUXX. Discover the art of experience.
Welcome back, my magical misfits. We've had hip hop, hot takes, and creative hustle. But now it's time to switch things up a little bit with something a little bit more mysterious. I hope you're ready for a little mischief, mystery, and some magic too. Our next guest has been charming audiences since he was a teenager with nothing but a penny and a pocket full of curiosity. He's a master of illusion and a hilarious performer, a mentor to the next generation of magicians. Plus, he's got more tricks up his sleeve than Sterling has camera angles.
I got 5 cameras going right now. There's no way he's got more tricks than me.
Absolutely. Well, he's been dazzling crowds since the 80s. Please welcome the mind-bending, laughter-making, seriously spellbinding Blackwell the Magician. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's great to have you. Have a seat. Let's hang out.
Don't mind if I do.
Awesome. You having a great day?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. I like to hear it. Ready to dive into some questions with me?
All right.
Awesome. Let's do this. So let's go way back. How did you get started in magic? Is it true that your first trick involved a penny?
It is. I took a penny and told my mother I could make it disappear. So I sat at the edge of the table. I put the penny on the table. I covered it with a salt shaker. I took a napkin to cover the salt shaker. And I said, 1, 2, 3. Slammed my hand down. The salt shaker was gone.
Nice.
I pulled off the napkin and she goes, "You're supposed to make the penny disappear." But then she saw that I had an interest and got me a magic kit, and I lost half of it, broke half of it, and played with it until I was introduced to another fellow, Jacques Metivier, who was a magician and a lounge entertainer at the time, and took me under his wing. And
The rest is history,
the
huh?
rest is history.
Oh, that's awesome. In 1981, you joined a magic show in Red Deer, Alberta. What was that experience like being a young magician at that point?
It was a little scary. It was a magic club in Red Deer, and I joined them to expand my horizons, and I was challenged by another magician to do a magic showdown.
Really?
So we rented the Uptown Theater in Red Deer, and he would do a trick, then I'd do a trick, then he would do a trick, and I'd do a trick, and at the very end, there was a great big puff of smoke where we threw hands at each other, and we were both off stage.
Oh, that's super
It
rad.
was great. It was a really neat introduction to the Central Alberta populace, and yeah, that was home for a lot of years.
Right on. Yeah, that sounds neat as hell.
It was cool.
You've mentioned something called the 100 to 1 rule. Can you explain what that means and how it shaped your approach to magic?
Yes, the 100 to 1 rule is a loosely fit rule to the world of magic where if you have 1 hour of performance in front of an audience, you need 100 hours in front of a mirror performing it for yourself.
Wow.
Until it's near flawless, because you don't want to go out and do something half-assed.
No, that's fair
So
enough.
practice, practice, practice.
That's wild. I mean, you know that you put time into something like that,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, right? But I couldn't
Oh, yeah.
imagine that kind of extensive. That's awesome.
Tons.
So you've been performing for decades.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think the world of magic has changed since you first started?
There's a lot more electronic now, a lot more people use their phones. My wife challenged me. She said, use your phone on TV. And I said, well, what can I do with my phone? I said, I know. I can take my hand away. Watch this. And she goes, well, that's kind of impressive, but can you do more? I said, all right, let's kick it up a notch. So please count slowly down from 5 to 1. Go ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
That is so rad.
I actually found the balance point on the phone, so I thought that was kind of cool.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, you know. But that's the newer magicians. They use a lot more electronic device and a lot more behind the scenes stuff. I mean, I'm old school. I prefer, as you will see, I prefer the props, the people. I like I've done huge shows for thousands of people, and I like it better doing intimate shows for a room full of 40 people or 50 people, or even 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I like the one-on-one. I'm old school.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. So what do you think makes a great magician? Not just like technically, but in terms of connecting with the audience?
It's all about the presentation. It's all about the performance. It's all about the charisma. It's all about reaching out to grab them with your voice, with your actions. I can control a whole room easily. It just, you need to be the center of attention. And much to my wife's chagrin, I'm not scared to do that.
Well, I guess you can't be though, right?
Be loud and be proud.
That's
I totally
right.
understand that. It's exactly
Everywhere we
right
go,
there.
she's always like, yeah, yes, I have to. It's me. It's like,
That's awesome. So you also teach young magicians as well, which I think is so cool. What's one piece of advice that you always share with someone you're teaching magic to?
I tell them to always look at your audience, engage your audience, and practice, 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 practice. Until you're sick of practicing, and then you get up and do it all over again and practice, practice. 100 to 1 is like,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
thing.
good rule.
It's a thing. Or should be.
I absolutely agree. So in today's world of short attention spans and fast content, how do you keep people engaged during your live performances?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I see what you did there. Guess I suck.
Once again, it's all about controlling the audience.
I knew that button was going to come in handy at some point. I'm really glad I programmed that in.
Thanks, Sterling.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. I got you back.
I'll get you later. But it's all about engagement of the audience via vocal and eye contact. I try and make contact with every member of the audience, and I have special ways of dealing with hecklers, which I've had a few over the years, but
Bet you those are fun.
Oh, they are. Usually I'll just go, any cowboys in the audience? Yes, you, sir. Do me a favor. Jump on this jackass and ride him out of here. Well, yeah, some people paid to see the show.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've always been the class clown.
Well, it works for you. I dig it. Do you find that the magic community in Canada is like pretty connected, or are you a bit of a lone wolf doing your own thing?
Oh, not by any means. I'm a proud member of the Canadian Association of Magicians based in Vancouver. I'm a card-carrying member to the International Brotherhood of Magicians. Same union as David Copperfield, even though I've never met the man. But yeah, it's quite connected. There's a lot of really good magicians all across Canada.
Nice. So
we stay in touch.
Well, that's important, right? What does it feel like when you land a trick like perfectly and then you hear the crowd just gasp?
There's no better feeling in the world. That's every show when I hear from the back of the room, I'm like, yeah, baby. That's what I'm looking for. I want people to enjoy what I'm doing. I want people to appreciate what I'm doing. I mean, some people go, I know how you did that. Like, that's nice. So do I. At least I hope I do.
Got him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really excited because I have been looking forward to this all day. I want to see you do the do. Are you ready to show some magic?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. Let's get some.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, to show you a little bit of magic today. Didn't bring a whole lot, but just enough to delve in a touch. I like to think that I'm the king of my own castle. And yet it is the queen, my wife, the lovely queen. I'm sorry. It's my wife, the lovely queen, who looks after things at home. I'm very appreciative of her. The other day, my niece came to visit, and we went to the candy store. And she said, I want some bubble gum. I said, all right, what kind do you want? She said, I want some cherry, and I want some vanilla. And so I was thinking the guy was going to save a bit of money, so he put them all in the same bag, and on the way home, I'm driving along, they got all mixed up. Well, my niece got home, and she opened the bag, and she started to cry, which I thought was a little odd for a 24-year-old, but that's another story. I said, no problem, honey. I said, you have an uncle that's a magician. All you have to do is count to 3 and say, abracadabra, and uncle will make everything better. It's kind of what I do. I'm going to need a lovely assistant for this next effect. Hopefully I can call on the lovely Miss Silver to come and join me.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Have you ever used these implements before?
A little stabby from now and then, but yeah.
All right then. I'm just going to get you to cut a rope for me because I've got 3 ropes here, one of which is a little bit too long, okay?
Okay.
You sure you've helped a magician before?
No.
Oh, great. Okay. There's the magic wand. All right. Take that in your hand.
Okay, hand.
All right, now, wait, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Oh,
I can
really?
be left-handed. I'll be left-handed. I'm left-handed. I'm both hands.
Okay, fine.
No hands.
All right, fine. All right, now since you're right-handed, these are right-handed scissors.
Okay.
So I want you just to take and just cut that rope for me, okay? Here we go. Just cut the rope. Here we go.
Cutting the rope.
We'll just put this down.
All right.
All right, just cut the rope. Oh.
I'm like, I am not that cool.
Just like this, right? Just cut the rope. Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Just cut the rope.
Come on, babe, just cut the rope.
All right, here you go. I'm going to open them for you.
Okay, in my defense, I just had hand surgery,
I'm
so
going
I
to open them
suck.
for you, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to hand them to you open.
Okay, I'm going to keep them open.
Cut the rope.
right,
Here we
all
go.
right.
Cut the rope.
That's not funny, homie. Well, dang.
All right, well, wait. Okay, there you go. And just cut the rope. All right?
Hey, it works. No, I can't. I'm not.
Cut.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing.
I'll give you a hand here.
Okay.
They are kind of old crap scissors. Now, what I want you to do is take this hand of wiffle dust.
Okay, wiffle
and
dust.
just kind of drop it over top of the rope.
Just like boom shakalaka?
Just like that, yeah. Thank you. The cut and restored rope.
Boom.
All right. So now we're going to show you. We have a little tiny short rope. Okay,
yeah.
Examine that. Right?
Okay. Short rope.
Medium length rope.
Oh, medium rope.
Okay.
Okay.
And the ladies' favorite, the very, very long one.
Long one.
All right. Now I want you to hand them to me one at a time, shortest to longest.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to show you how I don't use my sleeves here.
Okay. Short one.
Short one. Kind of like Sterling. And then, kind of medium length rope. And the ladies' favorite, all right. Now we're going to count the ends. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ends altogether.
Yes.
What most people think is we have 3 ropes that are different lengths, when in reality, 3 ropes, almost the same length. And then you count them. What? Oh, forgot to use the magic wand. I'm sorry, we've got to start over.
Okay, let's do it.
Short rope, where were we? Medium length rope, long rope. There, okay, we'll get it right this time. All right, here we go. And count the ends. 4, 5, and 6. That's right. And then we wave the magic wand over the top. That's what makes it all work. Now, 3 ropes are assumed to be different lengths. And yet, 3 ropes the same length.
Oh, snap.
Right? So then you count them right in front of the audience. 1, 2, 3 ropes almost the same length. You take and you toss one over your shoulder, and you take the other 2 and tie them right in front of the audience's eyes. Right over left, left over right. Now you get the lovely young lady to hold the end of the rope.
Holding the
really
rope.
tight, so not even, right?
Okay, all right, we got this.
Now, would you like the knot to move up the rope or down the rope?
Ooh, let's go down.
Okay. Had you said up, it'd be okay. Had you said off, it'd be knots to you. Because everybody knows we have a little tiny short rope, a medium length rope, and the ladies' favorite, the very, very long one.
That is so awesome.
All right, now I'm gonna, sorry. I ate at the cafeteria. I don't recommend you do that. It's like,
Where is that coming from?
the cafeteria. The cafeteria. I'm going to show you something that's really spectacular. It is a black deck of cards. Deck of cards. Deck of cards. Right? Not a lot of people use black cards, so pick a card, any card.
That one? Am I supposed to look at it or not?
Okay. Did you look at it?
I didn't.
Oh, dummy. Okay, look at the card. Right?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is where we bring out the magic phone.
Ooh.
And the magic phone, you got to clear the screen. Make sure it's in airplane mode because, right now, just take and wipe over the phone with the card. Okay, you got to actually touch the phone. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, in doing so, you've transmitted the message of your card to the phone.
Okay.
Let's see what your card was.
Are you going to put it down?
There we
All right,
go.
cool.
Now, in order for it to show up, we're going to use a tray.
Makes sense.
And I'm going to get you to pour salt on the phone.
All right, I'm cool. I'm
So
down.
this works, okay? Just
That
pour
looks
it
like
on-
another tray that I've got at home.
Go ahead, pour it on there. All right, pour it on there. All right.
Like all of it?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, cool.
Now, wipe off the salt gently. All right. There's it. Right. I said wipe off the salt gently. What are you doing, woman?
I'm just getting rowdy. Beast mode activated.
What does that say?
Oh, it's my freaking card. It's the Queen of Hearts.
No
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Well, go ahead, wipe. You know, you can wipe the salt off. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Wipe the salt. Yeah, there we go. All right. And now blow gently. Kind of like that. Nice. Yeah. Now we're gonna take the implement of death.
Okay. Death.
Pick one.
Okay. Pink. Heyo.
Okay. And we're gonna get you to shove it through the middle of the card box, which would have been a lot more impressive had I remembered to put the cards back inside. All right, anyway.
All right,
shove
let's go
it
with
through the middle of the card box.
All right.
You kind of, you know.
Oh, we got to wiggle it.
All right. Ooh, wiggle it just. All right. Now, I'd like you to hold out your hand. You're going to hold the cards for me. Sorry. I forgot. Take the implement of death out. There we go.
No
all
death.
right, now.
All right.
All right, we'll take that. All right.
Okay.
Now,
Now.
I want you to hold out your hand like this.
Like this.
Okay. Now, you'll feel this. Oh, with a nice hand. Here we go. We're on camera now.
Ah, yes. Hello,
Now,
hello.
You're going to feel the card box get a little heavier
Mm.
and heavier and heavier.
Yo, homie,
and
legit.
Heavier. And,
Oh, down? I'm supposed
well,
to.
I mean,
that is heavy. That's
it's-
like heavy.
it's almost as if there's a solid steel block in there. Right?
How the heck did we get it through then?
What?
That
I
was
don't
so
know.
cool.
I don't know. I hate when that happens. Speaking of salt, if you imagine yourself in a restaurant and you'd ordered a meal, the meal had arrived in front of you, how would you add salt to your meal?
With my shaker, right?
Right.
All right.
Now, I'm not going to use a shaker. I'm going to use the little invisible bottle that I keep in my pocket. You see that there now?
I do. That's way cooler.
You can't see the invisible bottle. It's invisible, but don't let that bother you. Invisible screw off top, you'll notice.
Ah,
Right?
yes. I
I'm
don't
gonna screw
notice.
the top off and put it there. But before I do, please take that, unscrew the top so I can fill it. Because as you notice, it's empty.
Oh, yeah. We got to do something about that.
All right.
All right. So we chilling?
So now,
All right.
I'm going to take the top and put the top of the little bottle right there.
Mhm.
Don't lose it.
Okay.
Now, pour the salt into the little bottle. Fill it right up.
Let's do
Pour it right in.
I
All right?
missed. All right. All right.
I don't clean up the floor neither, I think. Now I'm going to take the little top, put the little top back in the little bottle, and put the little bottle back in my pocket where it belongs. You walk into the restaurant and ask the waitress, "Have you seen the invisible salt bottle?" And she goes, "Are you stoned or just stupid?"
A little bit of both.
Stupid, watch this. You take it out and you put it there. See the salt in there now?
No.
Of course you can't because it's invisible. That's okay though. Got it. Invisible screw off top. You screw the top off and put it right there. Usually about, I don't know, a meal. And then you put the top back on the little bottle and you put the little bottle back away in your pocket where it belongs. You don't leave home without it or you can't do this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Now, just before I disappear, I'll do one more for you.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? How would you like to be the magician?
Okay,
Let's turn
that's
the tables.
brave. Let's give it a go.
Let's turn the tables a little bit. Now, I'd like you to take these cards and separate them into 2 piles.
2 piles. Okay. Boom shakalaka, 2 piles.
All right.
Sticking them somewhere?
One for you, one for me.
Okay, which one you want?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Cool, you can have that
You're
one.
the magician here.
Okay, me, all right.
Now,
Okay.
what I'd like you to do is go through the cards.
I can look at them?
Don't show me.
Don't show you. All right, I'm looking here.
Find your favorite card and, I don't know, put it on the top.
Bet. All right.
That's your favorite card. You only got the one.
Yep, just one.
All right.
Double check.
Then we'll take my cards and
Yep.
set them on top of your card.
Okay.
This is where you get to be the magician.
Ooh.
Step over here.
All right.
All right. Don't slip. Okay, now take the deck
Taking the deck.
and put it behind your back. Right, keep the deck upright.
Okay.
Now, take the top card from the deck and just kind of, I don't know, lose it somewhere in the deck. I don't care about that.
Okay. All right. Boom. Yeah.
Now, take the second card
Second card.
and you turn it upside down
Okay.
and you file it into the deck where you think yours might be.
Okay.
That would be a marker card.
Okay.
Okay, now
Yeah.
bring the deck out and then you gently spread them across the mat.
Face up or down?
Face down, just like
Okay,
that. Yeah,
like that.
spread it, and you have put a marker card where you think your
Oh,
card
yeah.
might be. We're looking for your marker card.
Apparently, I don't know how to do the magic correctly.
That's all right. We can keep doing it until you do.
Oh, hey, okay, we got a card.
There's your marker
Hey, yo,
card.
okay.
So now please name your card as you turn that one over.
It was the 7 of Hearts. Yo, what is that?
I don't know. I'd say you're a better magician than most.
You made me magical. That is so cool, my dude.
Would you like to learn one that you can share with your friends?
Yes,
All right.
let's do this.
All right, we'll show you one card trick that you can show your friends and impress them too.
Right on.
Now, pick a card, any card. Here, take this one.
That one, no.
Which one you want. All right, you can show other people.
Ooh, ah.
Now, what we're going to do
Okay.
is get you just to stick the card into the deck anywhere you want without touching the deck.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Going, going, and gone. Now what we're going to do is show people how. There's only one card that's upside down in the whole deck, except for that one. There's only one card in the whole deck. And your card was the
7 of diamonds.
7 of diamonds.
Oh, 5 of diamonds? 5 of diamonds. Aha.
Okay, there it is. All right, now
That's my card.
we'll show you how to do that one.
All right.
That's easy, because you got to learn how to do a magic trick when there's a magician around, right?
Heck yeah, that is cool.
All right, so when I'm talking to you, what you
Yeah.
didn't see is I take the bottom card and I turn it upside down.
Oh.
So then when you get the people to select the card, whatever it is, in this case it's the 5 of spades.
Mhm.
As I'm talking to you again,
Oh, you flipped the
doing
deck
this.
around.
And then
Look
when
at
you
that.
put it in, of course it's going to be the only card upside down in a deck, right?
Oh, that is
So then-
awesome.
and once again, as I'm talking to you, I'm and then I So it looks like a normal deck at that point with one card. Oopsie-doo.
That is so rad, my dude.
Ta-da.
Thank you for showing me
Now,
that.
just before I disappear,
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to examine this, please.
Okay.
Regulation magic silk. Make sure it's all good.
It's gorgeous. It's
I'm sure
lovely.
you've seen some silk before.
It's a lovely hanky.
Unless you have a cheap bastard for a husband in that case.
Not anymore. We got rid of
To
them.
make one of those vanish, what would you do? You poke a hole in your hand.
Would we?
All right,
Okay.
yes. Now you get the lovely young lady just to stick it right in there. Go ahead. Thank you for you've helped the magician before. I can keep going. Thank you. Okay. Now, just for the very end, a little bit of magic breath. Kind of, right. And for a dramatic effect, you open your hand really, really slowly. You go kind of like that.
Ah, where did it go?
Well, it's kind of floating around in the air. And anytime you want it, you just reach up and grab it like this. And get the lovely young lady to reach in and pull it out. Go ahead. Today would be nice. Now reach right down to the bottom. It's like,
Where is the bottom?
oh, where's the bottom? I've heard that a couple times. All right.
Oh. Yo, I couldn't even feel that in there at all.
No, right? It's
Right?
crazy. Right? Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you so much. This has been so fun. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's hear it one more time for Blackwell the Magician, everyone. This is wonderful. Yeah, that was so cool, my dude. That was awesome as hell. Yeah.
It's a little bit of fun.
That was so neat. Thank you for showing me that. That was so cool. Wow, what a night. Magic, music, movement. It's been a wild one. Friends, can we just talk about the range of energy we've had up in here tonight? I mean, we went from classical ballet to conscious hip hop to literal illusions on stage. If that doesn't scream Kelowna After Dark, I don't know what does. Honestly, I live for nights like this, the kind where everyone shows up just a little extra, whether that's in glitter or gratitude or guts. So here's to you for being part of it. Here's to the artists for sharing their soul. And here's to whoever finally finds parking downtown after 6. You are the chosen one. Let's do this again next week, yeah? But for now, Sterling.
Yeah, you guys have been
enjoy.
amazing. Big love, Kelowna. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Much love. We will see you next week. Thanks for being my ride or die on this creative chaos with me, babe.
Oh, are you kidding me? I wouldn't have it any other way. No sleep is just the journey that we make.
Absolutely. From all of us here at Kelowna After Dark, stay classy, sassy, and a bit badassy.
Good night, Kelowna.
Good night, Kelowna. Is that a wrap?
Cut.